Have you ever wanted to level up your ECE leadership? Well, there are 5 areas to really concentrate if this is one of your goals. And these 5 areas are things that you probably know about, and they're talked a lot about in leadership circles, but they are critical for you to be the type of upper level executive type leader that you want to be in ECE. The first one, of course, is communication. If people don't know what you want, if people can't understand where you're going, they won't hear your heart, they won't hear your vision, and they certainly won't be able to follow you. So it's critical that you are able to communicate in such a way that it's not that people hear you, it's that they understand you. So make sure your communication is hitting the person in their understanding level and are able to follow through with what you're asking or what you're trying to share knowledge-wise. Commitment is also one of the most important areas of a leader's character in their leadership. It is their integrity of purpose, if you will. It's closely linked to their why are they in the field. Because if they have a commitment in the field, then they have a real commitment to the whole purpose of the field. They are there to make changes and enrich the field far beyond their own individual satisfactions. They're there for a purpose and a reason. And this commitment inspires the people you work with to go that extra mile so you can all reach those goals you're working towards. Commitment is there through the good and the bad. Credibility, it's how you demonstrate your competency. It's something you earn by using sound judgment, appropriate actions, and over a period of time, this turns into a legacy. You are known for following through, doing what you say you're going to do. And this credibility will last far beyond just your day, your week, or your time period at your program. Don't forget about coaching. You know the old saying, if you think you're a leader and no one's following, you're just taking a walk. Coaching is all about influencing. I mean, if you think about it, the reason you're coaching someone is because you're helping them take the steps to do something that you want them to do or the way you want them to do it. And it's also closely related to communicating. Knowing how to read people's body language speaks very loudly so that you can understand and help coach them appropriately. It's basically team building. It's all about listening, encouraging, delegating, and holding people accountable. That goes back to credibility too. Make your words count. Probably the most important one, at least in my mind, is character. You need to have the character of a leader. Character is all about understanding and building on your personal why. Understanding your character helps you to focus on what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then it helps you synergize it with the other areas of effective leadership. You know, when most people are coming into the field, especially early care and education, but in leadership in general, there's kind of a hunger in their belly. There's a reason that they want to lead others, a motivation that they may not have identified yet. And it usually has to do with one of 3 things. It's either about people. They have this desire to really influence people to make a change or do something new. It might be about programs. They have gained such knowledge that they now want to use that knowledge and really impact a program of some sort. And, you know, it could be an early childhood program, but it could be a technology program. It could be a business program. There's lots of, again, motivations with the whole idea of programs. And the third area is usually about prosperity. They want to make money. They're hungry to make money, and they think this is a good way to amass money in this field. And all of these things individually are fine. And if that's your motivation, that's what you go with. But executive leaders, highly effective, successful leaders, actually take these 3 things and synergize them. Now, when you are totally focused on people, that's great. But if you don't know the business aspect of things, if you don't balance your money well, you're probably not going to be around for a long time. People will still love you, but you won't have a business. If you focus just on programs, you're not going to hear or communicate well with people. And again, you're eventually not going to have a successful leadership experience. If your focus is totally on money, well, I'm not sure early care and education is the place that should be, because it is so centric on people, in particular, young children, families, and people who are underserved in an employment situation. So the way to make this all successful, again, is to synergize it, to focus it, to balance it. And when you do all three of those focus areas, for the good of all, you will have a legacy with people. They will, even if they don't love you all the time, they will respect you. And that's what you really want. That's what legacy is about. You will have a program that runs so efficiently that you will have a waiting list. You will be able to, charge an appropriate amount, which leads to prosperity for all. You'll have a quality program from the children. It'll be a reasonable rate for the parents, and you're paying your staff well, which means you will reap the benefits of all of that and have a prosperous business. So how do you get there from here? How do you amass the characteristics of all these 5 C's that we're talking about? Well, the first way that you can do that is just Google it. There is so much on the internet. And the 5 C's of leadership is very prevalent in business minds today. Using the 5 C's of ECE leadership is something that Seasonal Pathways has been working on and actually honing it specifically for our field. So there are other places out there where you definitely should, look towards, because you're going to get a different perspective. And if you want to go to the link below, we've actually got a little handout that you'll be able to use to get you started. The second way that you can really start honing this, especially if you're more serious about the whole idea, is that we have a 5-series course on the 5 C's of ECE leadership. Now, you can take this as a whole course, or you can take the individual mini modules independently. And you can go to our website, we'll link it below as well, to get more information about that. If you're on the fast track and you really want to get into this because you're ready to jump in and climb that corporate ladder and go to the next level in leadership, you might want some individual coaching, if you will. And you are more than welcome to give us a call. We'll give you a free consultation so that we can see, where you want to go, if you're ready to go. And then if you are interested, we can talk about a coaching plan. So you have lots of opportunities. The most important one is to start today, because if you don't start, you're never going to get there.
Thank you for joining us today, and we hope this video is really going to provide some value to you. If you liked it, would you consider subscribing so you won't miss the next episode?